Hello and welcome to Alternate Image Raid. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video, and today I'm going to be talking about the total true cost of completing one of these fusions. Particularly given this is a fusion event and not a fragment summon event here, it is going to take more resources because as we see, these have to be leveled up to 40, ascended, and then fused. It's actually going to cost a couple million silver just to complete all the fusions. And that's above and beyond what the events take. For these events, they're getting worse and worse over time in terms of the amount of points necessary to get to a place. We'll see here in this champion training event, we have to get all the way to 7,000 points before we get the first rare. The artifact enhancement event, 4,700 points, which in the past we've seen these at 3,000 and change. So the requirements are getting more. But what I'd really like to show for this video, and this is really a part 1 of 2. The second one won't be out until after this event is over. But is in practical application, not in theory, not just with some math, although I'll show you a little bit of old math on some of this. How much does it really cost? Right now, my energy, I never let it cap over. I mean, go more than cap. I use it pretty much as it fills. I have 225 million silver. I have 17,000 and change gems. As far as other resources, we'll see I have a chunk of brews all sitting between 1,800 and 1,900 brews. And I should have stayed in that screen. We have a large number of 3, 4, and 5-star chickens. Additionally, I have a long time in the past. I won't be spending on this particular fusion. I won't be spending during this time. When I do eventually spend again, I actually have about $30 free that I can drop on this game. I'll drop a link in the description below of how you can get that free money towards spending on doesn't just have to be raid. It's not a raid exclusive type deal, but it does result in a way to little pay to win slightly without having to actually pay. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to talk about this champion a little bit. I'm going to show you an old guide that I actually have written on the alternateimage.net website that is a little bit outdated now because there are just more requirements than there used to be to complete this. And then the next video, maybe not the next one that's posted on the channel, but the next one in regards to this, will show how much silver, how many gems, how much of the food and all of that I have. Actually, I should show some more of the food as well. How much food and all of that I have. I have some of these 5 stars prepared in order to compare what it really cost. How much silver down am I? People have this expectation, and I've seen the statement a bunch of different times, that it's going to be a huge cost for a fusion. And while it is in a way, it also isn't, because doing these events, running this spider tournament to get to this rare, honestly, I'll go all the way to this, which I would have anyway, also is going to give me the silver to do that artifact enhancement event that's going on right now. It's not free in the sense that it's going to take me energy to get that, which is going to be probably come in the form of gems. But this event isn't a net cost, not 100% at least, because I will be, during the course of this fusion, I will be getting additional resources to use towards the fusion. Even just energy, more food, more gems for more energy. I'm going to get this stuff doing this stuff. So let's see what the account looks like at the end. Of course, this is a fairly progressed account. This isn't necessarily a standard account. I have a decent number of, let's get here, a decent number of legendary champions, 6 stars and whatnot. Not the craziest account, not a whale account, not the most powerful account. It's probably one of the weaker creator accounts you're going to come across. So it's a little more realistic than most. But obviously, this just, take that with context. This isn't a new account. This isn't something that was exclusively free to play. Although since how long it's been since I've actually spent money, I don't think it really matters. I got to a point slightly faster, but I'm not spending any at this point. I have no passes going. So that's what we're going to see between this and the next video. But for now, let's talk a little bit about how to complete these fusions in general. So I made this guide, and again, this is old at this point. This came from 2021. Which was probably not that actual long after I started playing this game, maybe just a few months. But the first point is we'll see really have a plan for your fusion. And in here we have in the news, you can look at the schedule. If you go to these details, we can see they have a fusion calendar put together another way. So you can look at how these are going to come to be, how you're going to get each of these pieces. So we're going to get 4 from Artifact Enhancement, Spider, Dungeon Divers, Classic Arena. We're going to get 4 from Champion Training, Dragon, Artifact Enhancement, Dungeon Divers. We're going to get, I actually didn't notice this was a different one, probably for this different champion. Summon Rush, Champion Training, Dungeon Divers, Champion Chase. Looks like just 1 from this, which is good. Probably why some of these are so far down. And then again, Ice Golem, Artifact Enhancement, Classic, Arena, and Fire Knight. Summon Rush, if you push really hard on the Summon Rush event, you could get one of the epics straight away. You can grab one of these straight away if you would like, in order to just have it, or to save other resources, but that's if you just blow some extra gems. Looks like this particular champion is only available from the fusion of these 4, and you won't be able to get otherwise. It's an interesting tactic. I don't think I've seen the 3-in-1, or not that I've noticed before, but So I noticed, how strong should my account be? I had originally said this should be something like an account of progress. You can do dungeons at a minimum stage of 15. That's for just general efficiency minimums, not ideal status. However, with the additional points required to get through these events, you're probably going to need to be, I mean, you might be able to pull off at 16 to get the next cutoff and jump of gear. But honestly, if you can't do 20 normal, it's going to be hard because of the moved goalposts in terms of points necessary to get everything done. For silver, I used to look at it as about 10 million going into each one. Each event would cost you between 5 and 10 million silver. However, they've again moved the amounts required to complete these events. So you're probably going to need closer to 15 to 20 million silver per event, maybe 10 to 15 to get it completed, just enough for what you need. So you'll want to have at least that much as a minimum, so you don't run out of silver while you get more. That doesn't mean you'll need to have that much silver for each of the 3 artifact enhancement events, because you will earn silver during this, but it's just a good starting point. For potions, because we have to ascend each of these champions, we need 160 lesser affinity potions. Those don't matter for most. 144 greaters and 24 superiors of each type. Now, the reason I say that, and the way I phrase it this way, is not for each individual event. This is just what you want to have going into fusions prior to when it's announced what you need. So you don't have to scramble to go into it. You don't need that many at any given one time, but that's just a good way to be prepared for it. That's actually something, let's check real quick on my potion so we can see what I have. Again, obviously I have plenty to go into an event like this, but we can see how far this goes down between then to now. And if I do end up for some reason need to farm potions, which I won't for this event, but I might, particularly given some other events coming up, like the clan versus clan, I'll have to use other resources to farm up those potions. I know my strategy, double dip where you can. I'll say that all over this channel. I don't really need to get into it too much more now. Make sure you don't miss anything, so keep track of what you have. If you miss anything, just try to pay attention. It's going to be hard to catch up because you just have to get lucky. TLDR, I'll also have this whole thing in the linked in the description below. It's not going to be as valuable now. Again, everything is just more than it was. But I'd missed the shards. Previously, the shards came enough that you could honestly just get 2 sacreds, which gives you an idea how many more points these need. That's pretty rough. But again, let's go look at my shards to see where we're at. These are the shards I have. This has already been on the screen at this point, but just for noting, obviously, again, plenty to complete this. But let's see how far this drops. So we'll see how far the energy, the gems, the shards, the potions, the food, the chickens, the brews. How much is it going to take me to get this champion? And speaking of this champion, it seems pretty good. We got a triple hit, which is obviously great for Fire Knight, which is what his purpose is, and the current Fire Knight, putting those freezes on him. And if not, we have turn meter. So we have normal, we have hard mode Fire Knight, good stuff. Attacks all enemies, good for the wave. Get a counterattack on him, so in case you can't clear the shield all the way or it comes back up, you have a chance getting some extra free hits. Those counterattacks will come in, of course, as the triple hits. And then a decrease attack and weaken, just nice, just across the board. It's going to help you get through the waves faster too with that the AoE. And then another triple hit. Each hit decreases the target's defense, heals this guy. Hopefully we're not getting hit, but decreasing their defense is going to be pretty nice. Full damage on counterattack. Accuracy in dungeons. I don't think you're going to need that on Fire Knight, but I mean, it's you know, it's something. But it's going to be really nice. It's going to be a great Fire Knight champion if you don't already have something going for it. I actually don't really have one myself for hard, that a team at least I've been using. So there's a very strong chance that in practical application, I use this guy on that team. So again, the main point of this video is, as a setup for the next one, we want to see how much of my resources actually get used, how much we go down, how much silver, gems, everything. So make sure to follow if you want to see that difference. Odds are, to get the algorithm to give you the next video, you're going to have to engage a little bit more. Yes, that is intentional bait to get some like comments and clicks and bells and all of that kind of shenanigans. And hopefully you liked it enough to do that anyway. So again, this has been an alternate image raid video for Raid Shadow Legends about this Gnut fusion here. But most importantly, this will have value later on, even after this fusion. Let's see how much it actually takes to get a fusion done. What is the net gain or loss doing all of these events during this time? And hopefully that's something that's interesting to you guys. It's interesting to me. I've had discussions about this, and let's see some actual data with a strong but realistically strong account that is not spending any money. If you like this, like it. If you have something to say, definitely comment. If you love, sub. And if you despise this video or my voice or the champion or whatever, feel free to smash that dislike button, as it's still engagement for the channel. And as always, have a great day.